Shallows. Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's the Critic Corp. I am Toke, and as you know, we're fresh out of the motherfucking theaters here. Just got done witnessing Wolfman. It was a early screening premiere out here in fucking Troy, Michigan. So I was like, fuck it, we pulling up, and I managed to get it for free. So shit. You know, I'm in there like swimwear. But, yeah, this film, so it was about a family that ends up at a farmhouse, remote farmhouse, which was the father's, dad's farmhouse, and they end up getting attacked by this, like, unseen animal. But as the night stretches along, you know, the father was the one that really got attacked, and he starts to undergo these changes that make him just look unrecognizable, man. It was a sight. It was a sight to see, especially like him undergoing that shit. And all the trials and tributes, like this man was eating away at his arm, his fucking leg, you name it, bro. It was wild. It was fucking wild. And he was fighting his inner, you know, his inner creature, just, it was, you could tell he was really, really trying his hardest to not, you know, let the urge beat him to, you know, eat his family, you know, because that form that he was undergoing was most definitely going to jeopardize his whole family and their well-being, man. And it was just wild, you know, to see the way the mother and daughter and their relationship, because the mother and daughter didn't really have a good relationship, but you got to see it develop a little bit. Obviously, in those circumstances, yeah, you know, your father's out of it, not himself. Of course, you're gonna, you know, lean towards your mother, even though y'all may not even really have a connection like that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your mama. But yeah, that was a wild one. That one right there really what made this movie, especially in the final act when the mother had to kill the father. You can just feel it, like the pain in her and the daughter's eyes when she released that rifle on his ass straight to his chest. Like, man, it was fucking that was a sad sight. I will say it was kind of unique, but it still gave your standard reboot, remake type of deal vibes. But it had a little sprinkle of its own little twist into it, you know. The werewolf that attacked them was, come to find out, the Blake, which is the father's name, dad, who ended up going missing years and years prior to that. And you know, Blake thought his dad was dead for the longest, but this man been out there stroking the woods, you know, wreaking terror, and he decides to pass on the torch to his little boy, his son, good old Blakey, when he come to visit him, you know. And that part even too was crazy, because it was like all this time he thought his father just, you know, ended up dead, went up missing type of deal, and come to find out this man's been up there for who knows how long. I think it said 30 years. Yeah, it was about 30 years, man. 30 years. This man went without his father thinking he was dead, and he was right up there at the farmhouse still mobbing. That was a true wild one right there too. And then on top of that, all like the whole dialogue within the first two acts. No, I will say the like first act and a half, cause like once it got to like the middle of the second act, I was like, all right, man, I'm starting to feel like they're running out of steam. It was only one setting, you know, I get it. You can only do so much, but it just felt like they ran out of steam and just wrapped it up, you know, very generic and bland. But I mean, you know, it wasn't really made to be that type of film where it's going to be a sequel or whatever. So I'm not up too completely upset with how it ended, but I just felt like it could have been a little bit better. You know, I definitely would say this movie would be maybe like a 6.7 out of 10 for me. I don't know. I don't see it being something that was like, oh my God, you must go see type of deal, or even, you know, something that just does hella numbers and ratings. You know, also given like this is kind of relative and connected to their whole universal monster shit they're doing. You know, they attempted to try and do with Mummy with Tom Cruise, and then Invincible Man that came out in 2020, which did actually good numbers. I'm shocked too, because that like debuted on streaming service. Like it wasn't even in theaters, and it made about 144.5 million, I believe. Yeah, about 145 million, something like that. I really don't see this Wolfman outgrossing it, and if it does, it will like barely be by much. You know, the budget of this film was only 25 mil, so I mean, you know, sometimes you don't need a big budget, but sometimes you do, depending on what, you know, what type of aiming you're going for with the film, and whatever you're trying to you know, deliver to your audience. In that type of sense. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see it really being something everybody's screaming about. Honestly, I really don't see that. It was a good film, you know, decent enough for me to go see it. Shit, I mean, yeah, I granted I got it for free, but I've been kind of burnt out on just seeing every single movie. Just like I told you guys last year, I didn't even see that many movies compared to the year previous. I think it was like only 70 I went to see, and then the year before that I seen like 100 something. So like, yeah, I lost my patience for some movies. Some movies I can just tell when it's gonna be some bullshit, absolute garbage. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling now. But yeah, man, this film, like I said, it was your standard remake. Nothing really too complex. Like I said, it had its own little twist here and there sprinkled through, but it just ran out of steam for me. It really ran out of steam for me, and it kept feeling like certain scenes were just reoccurring, and it was like and then the lack of common sense in this movie. I get it, it's a horror film, and you're supposed to put them in certain situations to where they're just completely, absolutely fucked. But man, it was some scenes I'm like, bro, if this was reality, they would be dead. They would be dead in a heartbeat. The mom and the mother would be dead in a heartbeat. I'm sorry to say it. Like, it was just some shit like, come on, nah. Really? Oh, really? Yeah. Like, she fell. Oh, she, you know, couldn't find out how to work the radio. Like, it was just shit. It was just shit like that. The mother was very, very not helpful at all. You know, unhelpful at all. Like, she was very unhelpful and just, you know, completely useless. She didn't really show her toughness till like them towards the middle of the second act. And it was my baby Ruth too. My baby Ruth from what is it? Ozark. You know, Julia Garner or whatever, or Garner. she's a little tough cookie in most of her films, but this one she was not. I'm shocked. But, you got to switch it up. I applaud her. She had a good performance. It was good acting skills in this film. I give it that. But, yeah, still 6.7 out of 10 for me. That's all I really got for you guys. Like and subscribe, though. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys thought about this film. What your thoughts are after you witness it. Support the motherfucking corp, as always. Thanks for tuning in. And, yeah, so be it. Toodaloo.